So I'm pretty sad to tell you guys that I had a pretty big blow up last Friday. No, I did not blow up my trading account, but I did blow up my microwave. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So let's talk about trading now. The first stock I traded today is ANVS. So this is the stock that I did not trade on Friday because I saw that it started running after the open and I really wasn't watching it. I wasn't prepared for it. And on Friday, again, I blew up my microwave in the morning. So I just could not deal with this kind of squeeze, whether it's on the long side or short side. But this thing traded very, very strange. Had some decent pullbacks, but I didn't trade it on Friday. But today, if you look at it, pre-market today had a small, very small gap up from previous day close of $59. Decent move pre-market, bouncing off the previous day close, stayed green, and at the open it just rallied into the $70 level. If you kind of draw this support or resistance line, this level on the charts here, if you kind of look at how it traded on Friday, this is a decent consolidation level that led to the breakout move, and then later on in the afternoon, once it broke down around the 70s, that's when it flushed down to $54. So that's the reason this is the first level I was watching at the open, seeing that it's pretty much squeezed into the open from $64 to 70s. I took a small short around those levels. I was not trying to top ticket. In fact, it was only a very, very small position because I want to see if it retests the same level, whether it holds that and break out to the upside, or it just keep on failing like a double top and then sell off. So you can see I took a starter short around $69.50. I covered half of it down at 66.50s. And then once it popped over, that's why I just got stopped out break even all the way up here on the remaining half of the share positions. And around that time is where I started looking at SPCE. So I never went back into the short, even though in hindsight, I wish I did, but everything is clear in hindsight, right? So once you can see that retest of $70 failed, it just broke down and then just it stayed very, very heavy. Once VWAP broke down, it just flushed all the way to previous day close, $60, and then went red on the day, and now it's trading at $53. Needless to say, I definitely left a lot on the table. But judging at the way this thing squeezed on Friday, that's the reason I was trying to be more cautious. I'd rather wait for confirmation, wait for a retest of $70 than to kind of short the weakness and only to have the stock reclaim and then squeeze me out. So I'm just trying to be cautious, especially being that it's a Monday. Historically speaking, a lot of low floats on Mondays, they tend to squeeze a lot higher than you think. And that's why I'm trying to be careful on this one. The next stock I traded is SPCE. If you guys remember last week on Thursday, that was a stock I traded on the short side. It was very heavy. And then you can see it traded kind of similarly on Friday. But if you kind of look at the way it trades on Friday, it did sell off the gap at the open, but had a very strong reversal. You can see it once it bounced from 19, it went all the way to 20s, reclaimed VWAP midday, and then grinded up into close near highs. And today, as you can see, we had a very big gap up from $21 all the way to $28, and then later on $27 because they had a test flight over the weekend. So that was why the stock is literally taking off like a rocket. But at the open, you can see this thing was just very heavy. It did the similar move as last Thursday and Friday, where it just sold off the gap at the open. You can see it failed $25 and it just dumped down to 23.80s. I was short early on, a little bit too early. Over here, 24.40s. I scaled in shorts, 24.80s. This is why I covered half of it, thinking, okay, we're gonna retest the 25s, and then I had still a remaining short position, short it down there. So the first short I didn't do as well on. I had a cover for losses first before shorting all the way down from 24 down to 23.80s. I had a small reshort again here. But this is where I was thinking that we might get, if you look at this, a lower high setting in for the big reversal. Because after all, there was some decent news on this thing. And just judging from the way it traded on Friday. Remember, this kind of looks similar, right? Flush down move off the open to some support and then V-shaped recovery back to the highs. So that's why I was thinking that it could start doing that. After all, it's been kind of consolidating for a while, and the last 2 days it did hold the gap. So I was long starter around here, 24.10s, added some more 24.20s, and even added on the way up. I did sell some of it around 24.60s, and then I was continuing adding on the way up, as you can see, which that add on the long side turned out to be a bad add. You can see up here, that's where it kind of slammed back down. So unfortunately, I did lose on the remaining shares over here. I got stopped out all of it at $24.30. So gave back some profit on the long side. I did short it and then long it, and then everything after this were shorts here, here, and here. But this stock, SPCE, just had a lot easier time dropping in prices than to fly higher like a rocket. At least that was the case today. You can see, yes, it's still holding above VWAP. It is still trending up higher, but had a lot of resistance around 25.30s and then later on around 25.50s. But still holding up. So we'll see whether it continues higher late day. But overall, I did better on the short side than the long side because unfortunately, I got dumped on, as you can see over here. I got dumped on the long, and that wasn't fun. Now it's time for our Q&A. The first one is from Joe. He's asking, hello, do you only use VWAP as your indicator and why? And yes, I only use VWAP and volume as indicators, and I do not rely on them for entries or exits because they just kind of allow me to have a general gauge of how strong or how weak the stock is. Generally speaking, if the stock cannot reclaim VWAP, then it's weak. And if the stock is trending above VWAP, then to me that's as long and that's strong. I have a video going more in depth about how I use VWAP, the indicator, if you want to check that out. So the second question is asking if I ever trade options or futures. If not, why not? So I never trade the futures. I trade the options in the past. So I'm a firm believer that you should stay with whatever you're better at trading. So whether that's options or futures or stocks, if it's working, stay with it. Do whatever is working for you. So for me, trading stocks, the large caps, small caps, I don't really trade any true penny stocks. The large caps and small caps, they are working really well for me, so I want to stay with them instead of kind of dividing my attention into trading options or futures. So that's the reason I don't trade futures. There's nothing wrong with trading them. It's just like I prefer to trade stocks because they are working for me. Same as options too. If trading options is working really well for you, then definitely stay with it. Now, the third question is from Wendell. I have one question. When do you take care of your plants? And the answer is never. Just kidding. I try to take care of my plants the best I could. I recently gave Mula a bigger pot so she can grow a lot taller. As for Kathy, she's still here. She's hanging on to her dear life. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.